Oh my
My train was a
gracious.
lie.
Oh my god.
Click. Okay.
Oh. Huh.
Great God's War Call.
Hi there. I am Ira, and I am going to kill someone today.
Sure.
Dia was a
Hopefully.
charming but also murderous Ryder Hopkins.
What in the world?
There's my little simp.
Rexer is here.
Whoa.
What just happened?
What has happened to this place? I'm Felix.
What is
Jacqueline Ash River. That's your service.
Do you have a cold?
Yes, he does.
I'm recovering.
Go for.
What
is this
the
What?
actual fuck?
Go for.
What?
He is now also for some reason 17.
Yeah.
All right, I'll have to fiddle with this while I'm fucking fixing it because I was watching
What else are you
Streamlabs
doing?
and it was exploding. I don't understand what
Oh,
was
yeah.
happening.
Yeah,
Uh,
I
we
looked
know
at your.
we're
I-
not in the frames at all.
Nope. I am the DM. Welcome back to Misroll Adventures, where the players make plans, horribly execute them, and technical difficulties always happen the fucking moment I hit play.
Yeah,
I mean, I'm
sounds
pretty
sounds
sure-
like us yesterday.
Like, it was totally
pretty sure-
fine, and I hit live, and then the whole thing exploded.
I'm pretty sure
Oh, yeah,
this
I
is
was
the first time
waiting.
our introduction went fine.
Yeah, it was actually
It
good,
didn't
too.
go fine. Don't
It
you
went finer than
It
it went finer
fine.
than usual.
Gopher had an existential crisis saying his own name.
Your face is existential.
I don't know what you're talking about. That's his new intro.
Why is it doing this? I don't understand.
It looks fine.
No, it doesn't. All right. Anyways, well, I fixed this because it's just you guys sitting out of boxes for some reason.
No, you're out of the
Oh.
box.
Who does anybody want to give the recap?
I would have remembered.
We
I'll do
fought
it.
Some men.
Okay.
Now go for it. That's all I remember.
To be
All
fair,
right,
that's really all that happened.
Last time on Misroll Adventures V, the group went down
I
into
remember now.
the sewer thingy. Went through the sewer pipes and stuff, and 2 rooms got blown up. A bunch of stuff burned. We killed some puppet men. And now we're back at the place that we started at, and there's the boss man in front of us. Good luck. That's a recap.
Yeah, that's pretty much. I mean,
Yeah.
basically, you guys went to the Barrow's Touch after going into
Touch
the
me.
Sparks underground agency,
He's gonna do it
or
again.
or cover up, and as a result, you had found several of the people, slaughtered them. One of which basically self-destructed inside the room, burned up the
slaughtered the
remainder of the map. You guys also ransacked what they were transporting, as it had a various and copious amount of coin,
Opium.
armor. I said copious, not copium.
Opium.
And
Well, I said copium, so deal with it.
yeah, congrats.
Morphine addiction.
Glug glug.
But yeah, with that, you guys made it back to the Barrow's Touch, and the owner of the Sparks Den is there, sitting down at a table with Schmitty, while the rest of the store or the rest of the inn is empty.
Schmitty who?
And that's where we will.
He was number one.
What was wrong with my super creative recap? Why'd you have to do it if you're gonna do it anyway?
I was just.
He forgot to
Fuck
until you
you.
reminded him.
I was just reinstating everything that, like, the events that took place, because you didn't add on that you took the stuff that was there.
Oh, I didn't care.
I figured. But nice bow.
And I also forgot.
So we will start it off with you guys just entering the Barrow's Touch and seeing the scene in front of you.
Kill it with fire.
Everyone unanimously gasped.
Reaction shot.
We just throw up 2 firebolts in here just cuz.
Schmitty looks up. Oh, well, they're welcome back. he looks kind of semi-nervous, but the man that's there immediately sort of puts his hands up. Believe me, I'm not here to cause any problems. I heard what was going on after an explosion happened. Does that sound familiar?
Jacqueline is currently backing out of the place as quickly as she can.
An explosion.
What do you mean?
I'm not here for them. I wanted just money. That was my goal. It was going fine. But I'm not about to risk my life for these people and everything that happened. So that's why nobody went down there. I figured there's nothing for me to gain.
A little tiny
I'm a little
insight check
lost
on
here.
that.
What the-
All right, make an insight check.
Oh, can I actually cast Detect Thoughts?
Sure.
Yeah, let's do that.
This camera's unaligned now.
That's not ideal. 13.
Alright, one
My
sec.
hood is up and I'm looking sus and I don't want to be shot. Boop.
So you're casting Detect Thoughts. Roll Wild Magic.
Oh yeah, that's a thing.
Looking at his body and his sort of body language when he's putting up his hands, your immediate impression and like thought process on this is very coincidental and very off-putting. But at the same time, if this were a sort of plan, he probably wouldn't be speaking so nonchalant about it.
Well,
Yeah. Oh, that,
we do
that
also
didn't mean
know
he's
Mr.
confident.
Tyler Ryder, so
That's very fair.
nonchalantly lying is kind of a thing we're used to.
Is he visibly armed?
When he puts his hands up, you can see there are no weapons, at least on his waist sides.
How about his arms? Does he have a long sleeve on, or is it short sleeves?
He has long sleeves, but when he puts them up, they kind of fall down some, and you can
And
tell
there's nothing
that
on his arms.
you can tell there's no brace or anything of like
Nothing
the
bulky.
spring-loaded arms and stuff.
Got
Any
it.
sort of like magic paraphernalia, like arcane focus or anything?
He has not any arcane focus, but he does have like a ring on his left hand that is in his pointer finger that has a slight bluish gemstone to it.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. The ring of water walking and listening. I remember what it looks like.
Anyways, Detect Thoughts. It's fine.
You're fine. So explain Detect Thoughts. You just
For
you
the
see the surface
duration-
thoughts.
You create dance creature with the caster's action to end turn. You can focus on the mind of one creature that you can see within 30 feet. If the creature you choose has 3 intelligence low, it doesn't affect them. You initially learn the surface thoughts, yes.
Okay. Do they have a wisdom saving throw or something?
On here, let's see.
Only if you delve deeper.
Ah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, yeah.
So he's fine.
When you cast this spell, you can. Are you trying to hide that you're casting this?
Yeah.
Okay, then make a sleight of hand. But when you cast this, the surface thoughts are
Oh, not 20.
all right.
Oh, no. Wasted it on this.
Wasted.
Yeah.
You very like subtly kind of just like look around, and in the meantime, your hands go right behind your back, and you start to do a magical thumb pulling trick, and your somatic
I'm so good with my
components are
fingers.
fulfilled. In that time frame, the thought process that he has is of immediate fear, not of like.
Is it fear of us or something else?
Definitely fear of you.
Okay.
Like, I'm trying to think. Do you actually hear his thoughts, or is it just like a
You
surface
initially learn
feeling?
the surface thoughts of the creature. What is the most on its mind at the moment as an action?
Okay. The words sort of resonate into your head. God, I hope they believe me.
I get. Let's see. Yeah, can I go in deeper?
Yep, that's a wisdom save on his part.
Yes.
13.
Yeah, fail.
Okay. So you're reading further into his thoughts.
Yes.
Okay.
So basically, any previous thoughts he thought of, then
Pretty much the same subject.
Okay. Delving into it, you are.
Man, I have a huge boner right now, but I can't stand up.
Better cross my legs the other way.
Man,
so I
that
don't
blue
get
tiefling
suspicious.
is hot.
Maybe I
No.
put my hands up there to distract him from my boner. Am I right?
No, I'm just trying to think of how to phrase it. Okay, so you focus in deeper, and going further into the surface level, it immediately paints a picture in your head as him recalling what happened at the underground passage and the immediate shock from it. You can sense there is a legitimate sense of fear from you as this happened. There's nothing else going on in his head other than just hoping you don't kill him.
Okay.
Kill him.
As I said, I'm only here because I want to live. All right? That's it.
Oh yeah, that kind of gave it away.
I mean,
That was not Jacqueline speaking, by the way.
No, I'm just saying there's a long drawn out
Yeah, I
silence
know.
as everybody's standing there. I was talking to Schmitty about how he has nothing to worry about from us.
Is this true?
Yeah, he shortly, just very, very recently, he came in. And at first, I was reprehensive because I thought he was going to come for the bomb. But he sat down and waited and waited and waited. And he said a passing word to me as I was helping the rest of the patrons. And after they started to leave, I closed up closed up because at this point, he said that the sparks are done in the city. In the city.
Mm.
so what is your plan? What are you planning on doing?
Well, the reason I'm here is because I've weighed the odds in my head, some here, and I have better odds helping you than going back. So I don't know what your plan is, but I want to help.
on what basis you brought this to yourself?
Well, fighting against you clearly didn't matter. There was plenty of people down there, and you all look not awful.
Tyler,
Yes.
even though I don't actually say this, but like Jacqueline right now, I'm just imagining like she has her hood up and everything and she just has her cards, and since they're like metal, she's just like shuffling them back and forth. I can just hear he's like, "Oh, fighting against you doesn't matter."
So,
Who's sharpening that blade?
Yeah.
since
Just like a 52 cards.
since fighting you, doesn't seem to matter. At least alone. I'm definitely not stronger than what was already down there. If I go back with nothing, I'm gonna get beheaded. I don't know what's gonna happen.
Can I do a little zone of truth?
Sure.
Oh.
Make a
Little
zone of
tiny
truth.
zone of truth.
Roll wild magic.
Oh god.
Nat 20, oh no. Greater
Six.
fireball.
That's
6,
funny,
all right.
fireball.
Okay, so a zone of truth comes up. He's centered at a table, so you could just choose to get him only in it if you so choose, or you could put it
Yeah.
on like everyone.
We could move it over and try to get Smitty though. Just in
Yeah,
case.
yeah, I don't really trust either of them, so
Okay.
probably a good call.
So basically, you're just putting it on the table that they're sitting on.
Yeah.
Smitty and him both fail their save.
No,
Willingly?
they did
Willingly.
intentionally, yeah.
Intentionally fail it.
What is your goal on what you're doing here? Trying to do here?
I want to live.
Before we get into anything specific, what does that ring do?
It's nothing. It's money.
Okay.
It does nothing. It's flashy.
I'll give you that.
Hard shuffling slows down.
Do you have any relationship with the Sparks right now at this moment?
What'd you say?
Do you have any relationship with the Sparks at this moment?
Other than being in the Sparks, I have no other connections.
Why are you in them?
I wanted money. I needed money, and I had it. I have a fairly expensive taste, and I needed a way to subsidize, or to substantiate the money that I needed for it.
No, I think subsidize is yet another right word.
I don't.
Bring up the ring again.
You could do
Where
either.
did you get the ring?
In a shipment. They
Wow.
come from out of sea. They come from. Okay, let me actually restart that.
Think.
They brought us money to hold on to for the cult.
Oh,
And I figured
this again.
they wouldn't notice a ring going missing. And they didn't.
So so you got it from the Sparks themselves, where you took it.
Yes.
Hey, may we see that ring? We'll give it back.
It was more of a command than a ask.
He takes off the ring, hands it to you.
Hey, Jacqueline, you wanna do us a solid and check this out?
What?
Well,
Especially Jacqueline, since you know you're the one who might have previous experience with this.
Oh, all right then. I'll see it.
Make an Arcana check.
Sure. What's
Can I help?
my Arcana again?
No.
Wow, rude. You bitch. Arcana is intelligent based.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, so it's a -1 then.
Oh,
Are you
no.
proficient in Arcana?
Yeah. See, that's why I was like, what? You what, mate? Hello?
All right, make an Arcana check.
Oh yeah, sure.
Very
That's
confused about this
14.
decision.
Man, you didn't give it to Felix? What the hell are you
The person
doing?
who can identify.
I mean, yeah. I thought maybe it's the person who saw the ring before.
Pass
Oh
it down
no,
the list.
a ring looks like another ring.
Okay,
Doesn't
Yeah.
mean you
so
can look
holding
at
the
it
ring,
and see
holding
the
the
magic in it.
holding the ring in your hands. You're trying to recollect why you're trying to understand why Ryder handed it to you. Looking it over, it doesn't seem to have any like arcane sigils in it or like insignias or writing, but it also isn't the same ring that you wore that was cursed to your hand. The one that was cursed to your hand had several smaller blue gemstones in a ring format across it. This is just a gold ring with a blue gemstone in the center.
Okay.
Well, it's very pretty. I'll tell you that right now. Don't I have just like a gold ring on or something?
I don't know. Do you?
I feel like I did have one and put
Dude,
it
me
on
and
at one point.
uh,
Yeah, I
Ira
do.
do.
I have a gold ring on.
Yeah.
She
Gold
she
isn't really
puts
my
them
color.
up next to her ring, and like I think mine has a ruby, and it's like,
Yep.
well, mine's much prettier, but it's a very pretty one. Um, did you want this back?
Yes,
give it to
please.
Felix. Give it
Pass
to
it down
Felix.
the
first.
list.
Yeah.
Make sure Gopher gets a look at it too. Maybe one knows.
Gopher is
Fe-
like,
Felix,
It's a ring pop.
Ryder wants you to look at this.
I bite on it.
the whole thing gets destroyed.
She
a fake.
hands the ring to Felix.
Okay.
All right, Felix, what are you
Does
doing
he
with
take it though?
I'll take it. I'm just debating. Do I ritual cast or you know what?
Just torture this dude for 10 minutes. Go for it.
Yeah.
it? You can start ritual casting if you want, and then we
I
can just keep
only
going.
ritual cast detect magic. area.
Oh, okay. While he does that, we can keep talking with them then.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna do the ultimate power play that hopefully they don't pick up on and step into my own circle.
Okay.
And see if I can pass my own save DC.
What-
Okay, yeah, definitely.
okay.
26.
Oh, you should be telling that to yourself. You don't know what to say.
I mean, the thing is that they wouldn't even know if you failed. So.
Exactly.
Power play.
Now, in the essence of truth, since you deign to be truthful with us, I will be truthful with you. As I'm lying.
All right.
How did this whole shipping system work?
So. The sparks is kind of spread to other continents in Rumestan, Rakastra, or Dukastra, and Wolsk. We're a central point. Being part of the harbor, it's easy to get shipments to us, and as a result, we bring them to our encampment and deliver them to the Sparks. Or not the Sparks, to the cult. So that way the cult doesn't have to stem too far from where they want to be.
So the cult is entirely just using your organization for their own ends?
With promises of ourselves, yeah. I don't know what they are, but I know that Atom, he's had direct contact with a black-scaled dragonborn.
Does that ring any bells to anyone?
I mean, I feel like it should, but I don't.
Ryder, the man who was in the cult.
It's been so long since we've met.
Right, yeah, Ryder, you can make a history check. You're muted.
My history check. Yes, I see. Yes.
Langdedrosa was blue, right?
Langdedrosa
Yeah,
was
With
blue.
knowledge. Yeah.
Okay,
18.
okay.
Hold on, let me get my book out. What'd you say?
18.
18.
Where is it?
You know that in the Cult of the Dragon, there is a black dragonborn that is of the highest degree and order. One that is told to be able to speak to Tiamat directly, known as Resmir.
Huh? I feel like we talked about this before too.
Yes.
Okay. Black Dragonborn. The only thing I can think of is Resmir. super high-ranking person in the cult of the dragon. And
A
you're saying
leader
he was
of
a part of this?
sorts.
A leader, yeah. And you're saying he was a part of the shipment, the one taking charge?
Not the shipment, but Atom, the leader of the Sparks, he has had direct contact with, as you say, Resmir.
Where is this Atom?
In the mountains just beyond the high forest.
Are there... is it like a base there?
Yes.
Or just...
There is a construction site that was being developed in order to construct a city in Faerun to the east, but was overrun by creatures the moment they breached into a cavern. Atom cleansed the area and subsequently started the Sparks from that location.
When was the last time you were there?
I have been there. The last time I was there was roughly 5 months ago when we needed extra hands to send a large shipment there. Schmitty perks up. Yeah, that was when I had started, well, not started, but that's when I first constructed those small explosive devices. They wanted several dozens, so it was pretty hefty.
And you can say for certain they're still there.
They would have no reason to leave.
Does Atom ever leave, to your knowing?
Yes, he is very busy, constantly leaving. He leaves through magic, so he's very potent with spellcasting, and leaves to other facilities, we believe. We don't follow him because we can't, but we think, at least I think, now that it's just me, that is where he's going, is to other facilities in the other continents.
Would you know where these other facilities are located?
Not a clue.
If I had to take a guess, you guys, when we had found Sakaris, that was probably one of the facilities we could assume.
You
Like
know,
cult
you know that was not the Sparks because it was the Cult of the Dragon.
I mean, no, they're pretty much. I guess a little different, yeah. Okay.
Or two different organizations working together.
Okay.
I feel like one's going to be kind of consumed by the other in a while, though. Depending on what we
Be
do.
that long.
That's what a number of us were kind of concerned about. But I suppose some of us that warranted concern stopped warranting concern after they went to the construction site. They came back very different. They didn't speak much, if at all, and they were always sort of glossy, lazying about, and unattentive.
Similar to the ones that were down below.
Yes,
Those people.
I haven't been down there. I'm not allowed to. So I'm not sure what was going on down
They were
below.
puppets.
They were puppets.
Some
Yeah,
of them. Some of them were attached to by magical strings.
I don't know if a Tom is due to that. He's not one to control others.
Their limbs would
Cult
break,
is.
and they'd still move. Those were men you once knew.
2 of them were. They came back with a few others. When they went on the shipment about a month ago, they came back and 5 had left. 2 of those 5 came back, but then they brought more with them. The other 3, I'm assuming, stayed there.
I have a feeling they either stayed there or were killed by whatever was done to the 2.
Nothing is sacred to you people.
I'm not here to... I wanted money. Money is not sacred, sure, but I didn't want this. I thought this would be a fairly easy job. Just follow what I'm told and make some quick riches on the side. That was my goal. If you have a higher goal and are planning to go after a Tom and the Sparks, I don't want any part of them. But you're gonna need help. That's why I'm here. Because, as I said, I have better odds living with you than against you.
There's more truth in that than you right now think, actually. At least from what you now know what they've done to even their own allies.
It's been on my mind for the last month. That's why I've been a little bit more stressed. I'm sorry, Schmitty, for being on your ass about it. He goes, none taken, now that I kind of understand what's going on.
Tis a scary proposition.
I understand that. Considering who I was, sure. What can I do to try to help you all, trust in me? At least to a small amount to not kill me.
We're not going to kill you.
No.
Okay, good. Whew.
We're not.
We don't really have a reason to.
Go
No, go for it.
No,
Go
go
for
for
it.
we're not going
Go
to
for
kill
down.
him.
We all tap over to the ground.
You think that's gonna
Wait
stop
till he
him?
We're doing
attacks first and turn him
All
into
of us have
paste.
to tackle him to stop him.
Yeah, what are you talking about? You'd have the dog pile and he'd still be able to carry you.
If Zacchaeus was here, he could be able to.
Yeah.
Sticks with it.
We wait till first hostility and turn him into paste. That's what we do. But for the time being,
At this point, your ritual cast on... Did you say detect magic or identify?
Yeah, detect.
Detect magic? Okay. Your detect magic goes off. You see a slight twinkle, almost like a light switch go off in your eyes. And you're holding the ring. The ring has nothing.
Good.
You look all over the room. There is nothing.
Not even the wall that's over the room?
Nope.
Okay.
And you see a slight field, like a veil of magic, on the Zone of Truth. Although the Zone of Truth lasts 10 minutes, right?
Yeah.
Okay,
Get
it would,
gone as soon
it
as
would
that's
be
Yeah,
done.
just as it fades.
Yep, you would see it just as it fades. You would see there's no magic on either Schmitty or this man. Going
Meanwhile,
back
we
into
all
more
light up
detail,
like light
he's-
bulbs.
yeah, we light up like a fucking Christmas tree.
Yeah.
Guys are done. Ding.
To go into more
Shoot.
detail on what he looks like again, he's of human male, but he has like sort of blemished skin and face, tufts of hair sporadically across his head. It's as if he's like uncleanly shaven, but also his hair is just falling off in clumps.
Oh, so he's you in real life.
Yep.
Oof.
I'm gonna give
Except
him the
I've got
ring
a
back.
beard. His would be like a hair here, but not over here, and then like some like up here, but not
Like he's
attached to
dying
his
of
head.
radiation poisoning.
Pretty much.
Yeah, he has caught the what's that thing that dog, the mange,
Yeah.
and he's not a dog.
He'll die like one though.
Oh boy.
Woof woof.
What?
Ira, did you take your pills today?
Yes. Yes. I don't want to kill this man.
I don't want to die, so I'm glad that we're on the same page there.
Give him back his ring.
Thank you. He puts it back on.
Quite frankly, you would be a great ally to us.
But also, quite honestly, neither of you are safe staying here.
No.
Those were crazy.
Well, I plan to leave. I don't want to stay here, considering the fact that the Sparks know that this was here, so until they hear word that it's destroyed, they're gonna bring another group here eventually to drop off a
Woohoo.
shipment. So I don't want to stay when they find out what happened downstairs. I don't know what did, but I'm going to assume that it's fairly evident that something happened.
If you can get over the char, no, nothing.
Shuffling.
You can see his eyes immediately just like go wide. Yeah, I didn't hear any of that. Once I heard the explosion, I packed up, kicked everyone out, and left. So,
Wise. So, the last shipment, this device, was to be ported when and where?
They've been hounding down on me, trying to get Schmitty to finish the devices faster than scheduled. So once he had them made, or had it made, I was to deliver it as soon as possible. Not me specifically, but a group.
Will there be another shipment soon, or are they done with that?
They tend to bring supplies, vices, and the like every month to 2 months.
When was the last one?
Yesterday. You would know because you followed him when it happened.
I had to see if he was lying or not. That would have been a good one.
You can make an insight check if you want.
No, I mean, I was there. I know.
Are you sure?
Am I lying to myself?
You are under an illusion spell the entire time.
I believe it.
it. But no insight.
I would say the best course of action for you two would be to head to El Terrell.
That is quite the journey by themselves.
Yes.
Schmitty pitches in. I'm willing to leave whenever. I just gonna need a way to freight myself there. But not before I give you your what I promised before, involving the room and everything. But the moment I break down the wall, I'm not gonna be able to open up the shop anymore.
No. You two might as well leave before we divulge.
Well, you guys talked about the plan with the device with Schmitty, right? Talking about how your plan was to take it to the place and then detonate it at the place.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm still 2 days out from finishing the device, and At that point, then I think it would be best that I pack up and leave. But if I open the wall now, it's possible that people are going to see something, and I'll be thrown out.
We can wait.
Okay.
Is it just like a solid wall, or what is the wall?
It is a solid wall.
Okay. It's
So
all just,
he
like,
points.
stone?
He points now that the one side of the bargain has been accomplished. He points to the wall where you can see that there's a door that leads into the kitchen back area. He points to the wall directly next to that door that then is also coasting along the hallway. He just points along the length of that wall, which is roughly half of the space in this area. So it's like a 20-foot wall from left to right. We built it. It was part of the center of this place, so we just built around it and made it part of the foundation. That's why once we crack into it, it's gonna be very evident. We could have cracked into it in the kitchen, but then the problem is that we can't be sure that it wouldn't collapse that side because the kitchen only has the support of the other wall. We could try constructing another support beam, but didn't think that it mattered because we weren't going to be going into that room again. I say we, but it's just me. I kind of have a psychosis problem, but
We all do.
so I'll have to crash in where the doorway was, which is slightly on the hall side.
Okay.
We can wait the 2 days. It's not an issue. Do what you need to do, and then we shall discuss this later.
Before we get too more off track, I should finish saying what I was saying.
Yes.
You should go to El Terrell because there is a group there we have worked with in the past. And all the information you guys have would be of great help to them. And then from there, you're free to go wherever you want.
All right, that
They
sounds
would
like a plan.
protect you from the cult. Hopefully.
I hope so. I know that El Terrell is a sort of off limits for the Sparks, so I would assume it's the same for the cult, just because, well, it's pretty massive, and it's a fortified dome. What's your plan, though? Are you going to go after the Sparks, or are you...
Eventually.
A man that can teleport across the continent seems a little out of our reach at the moment.
Yeah.
Correct.
I'm just saying that with the device, they're gonna get concerned that it's not delivered, and it's roughly 2 weeks journey by wagon to get to the mountainside where the construction site is. But you're not gonna be able to enter the construction site without a member of the Sparks with you.
Is that where this was going?
Yes. At least delivering the device.
And you said how long a trip is it to there?
It's 2 weeks. You have to cut across the high forest, and as a result, it tends to add on a few extra days. You could go around it, but it'll add more time than it would to go through it.
If we want to use the bomb to hit them still, would you be able... I can't remember. Would you be able to give it a timer?
I can't give it a timer, but I can give it a remote detonator. Because the thing is that with the magic, you have to be within a certain range of it to go off. That was the big deal. You have to be able to speak the command word or activate a device or however I want to finish it. I can't give it a timer unless I want to add on extra days to the construction, and even then it might not work.
Many days.
I'm not sure. It'll take probably an extra week, and that'll be experimental at best.
Do they send people to come retrieve the devices? Or was that your job to send them out?
It was our job to send them out. With the amount of people that we had, we were going to send 5 people to go and deliver it. The travel itself is relatively safe, so long as you don't, cause problems with anybody that passes by or anything like that. There's no tolls. We strictly avoid those.
And how much of a range could you give us?
I can give it a range of about 120 feet. That's about as
How big is the explosion?
well. The explosion they
122
wanted. The explosion itself will stem out in a 90-foot radius. So
we'd have a good.
you'd have a good
distance.
30 feet from the detonation at the least. And if it's on the interior of a building, it's not going to explode outwards, it's going to explode upwards and out, so you would be even safer if it's in a condensed area.
Don't think even with the bomb we can afford to hit their site yet.
No, we'd be walking into a viper's nest.
But I do think finishing that and having it as a backup for when we do is going to be helpful. We're gonna need all the firepower we can get whenever we go after them.
Right. Another 2-week trek into another fucking.
I can't wait for the frog people or whatever the fuck riding their evil tree to come fight us again.
Oh God.
Yeah, like
What?
Jacqueline's still like shuffling her cards and like, dude, none of you actually understand what she's saying because she's just kind of mumbling to herself and she says it in Infernal. It's like, ah, great, another like trek into the fucking forest and we go into another fucking
Why are we
arcane.
No.
Well, you don't hear that. Felix doesn't understand what the fuck she's saying, so stop
Well,
it.
it's also not what I'm
But-
saying.
Do you not remember our 30 episodes of trekking in the fucking bush?
Oh, whoa.
I'm saying we finished the bomb and we can't. And we have a bomb to use. Throw it in the bag of holding.
How big is this bomb, by the way?
Based on, well, since they want
heavy.
since they wanted it to be able to topple a medium-sized building, it's roughly the size of my podium. And he looks over, and the podium is probably an average-sized podium in length and width. So it's roughly like 3 feet, 4 feet tall, and 1.5 feet wide, in order to hold the ledger, an open ledger in front of him.
Why don't we just take it? Why even send it to them? Why not just take it?
That's what I just said.
You speak?
How rude.
They were hit. They have no idea it was us. It could be anyone.
It's
If
going to
these
be
two
heavy.
aren't here.
How
we have
heavy?
ways.
Well, it has to be made out of metallic material in order to condense the magic from escaping. I want to say maybe 85 to 100 pounds.
Child's play.
That's fine.
Okay.
Come on, guys, you're talking as if the bag of holding is magical or something.
Yeah, we just clear out the bag of holding and rearrange, and it just takes up a fifth of it. We still got a ton of space.
So much shelving in here.
It's the biggest walk-in closet ever.
You ever step into a walk-in closet that's the size of your house?
That also doesn't have any ventilation.
Where'd that skeleton come from?
Closes the
Who
door.
knows?
You only can breathe for 10
Yeah,
minutes.
talk about skeletons in your closet. Here's one.
There's a head in
two,
ours right now.
3. Yeah.
I mean, theoretically, there would be no skeletons in your closet. They wouldn't decay. There's no air.
Well, you just wait till there's skeletons and put them in there for the joke. Anyway,
Well, okay, so if the plan is to take the bomb, then I'm gonna finish it, and then afterwards I'll crack down the wall, and then I will find a charter to get to El Terrell.
Do the Sparks often send overseers to come inspect?
I'm sure that was his job.
Well, to inspect him to make sure he's keeping on top of things.
That was my job. I was meant to oversee.
Who inspects the inspector?
I'm sorry.
Oh, he's asking if anyone comes up and checks on you.
Sometimes. I know that Atom has never been to the city, but I know that he's sent a few people to come by to make sure that everything is still there, more than just like the month to 2 months time that it can take for them to send more supplies. They generally will send somebody or a few people every few weeks, just to make sure that things are
the
going
last one?
smoothly.
yesterday.
A few weeks ago.
No, it happened, I want to say 5 days ago. It was 6 because she was very foul-mouthed and was upset at you for the cleanliness of the hideout. Right. Yeah.
Wait, what?
The people that came by to make sure that the hideout and everything, and inspected me, inspected him, to make sure everything was going smoothly. I was quote-unquote chastised for how I was maintaining the
clean?
hideout. What?
Too clean. That.
It's not clean enough.
It was no, not clean enough. The cleanliness.
Oh.
The kitchen
This
was gross.
hideout is
The
too
lack
clean.
thereof cleanliness.
Yes.
This is too clean. We're the Sparks, damn it!
Yeah, secret hideout. Make it look less.
How dare you wipe the fucking counters? We love it to have gum stuck to them.
It's like
You
it's
mopped
like in
the floor last night. Damn it.
it's like in the first
No
Finding
one
Nemo
ever
movie.
expects the dirty rundown bar.
No one respects the criminal stereotype. Everywhere needs to look like a pigsty.
All right.
God.
But if that's the plan, then I'll get to work on this. I've earned plenty from my inn, so I don't plan on. I don't have any shortcomings for leaving. I won't have any regrets. And at that point, he sort of just
Reputation's
goes back into the kitchen. Yeah, he just opens up the door and heads back into the kitchen.
Abode.
That was Schmitty, correct?
That was Schmitty, yes.
I'm
What
gonna
did you
turn to
imagine?
the other guy and I'm gonna be like, honestly, it's gonna be better if you wait the 2 days and go with him.
Definitely.
All right, yeah. Who should I look for in El Terrell?
I
Not
was the
will
name
send
of that
word
large man?
ahead. I'll let you know if there's decided to be a code word at that from my checking in. But otherwise, just go to the gate and say I sent you.
All right, I'll do that. Again, thank you for not obliterating me on sight. I understand our impression, my impression on you was probably bad at first. But Don is only here to survive, and I made some money, so I'll live with that. If you didn't catch that, his name is Don.
Yeah, I actually never knew that. I was like, Dawn? The fuck?
On Pianta.
Don Pianta.
God, why are like all mob bosses named fucking Don, dude?
Don, Tony.
Yeah, Don or To. Yeah, exactly.
Domino's Pizza.
Called a stereotype.
Donamo's Pizza.
Don Moe's Pizza.
You figured out their secret.
Oh no.
Switch to Pizza
Oh,
Hut
the
now.
bomb looks like a pizza. Weird.
Uh-oh, Don's coming for me. I figured him out.
All right, so
He's coming to break my ankle.
with that, he just sort of like leans
my
back
favorite
and
part.
waits. Kind of just twiddles his thumb a little bit. I'll just wait in here then. Since
He just like sits down and just like, I'll just wait.
I mean, he was already sitting, so now he's just leaning in his chair, sitting further back and just sort of waiting even more.
And he goes into a hypersensitive hibernation state with his eyes open.
So with that, what is your plan? Are you waiting the 2 days? Are you going to be doing anything in the city, or?
Where are we? What are we doing?
I'm pretty sure we're going to wait to 2 days, but
I mean, I'm
You guys-
pretty much gonna be spending those 2 days casting Identify on all the shit we stole.
I was gonna
Oh,
say,
right,
should we
yeah.
sell the ones? Should we sell the stuff that we
so
know?
much shit.
What'd you say?
Should we sell the stuff we have that we know, or should we all keep it?
Well, you can wait until
Keep
they're
the stuff
identified.
We want.
Okay.
I haven't identified anything yet.
Yeah,
so
once
we
you
know
do-
nothing.
Well,
about
then
anything yet.
get to it.
Okay, so who's got the bag of holding lists? So that way,
I
okay,
do. I have him.
all right. So go off the list of what needs to be identified in that.
Let's see. Well, there was the 5 orbs,
Okay,
magic bottle of liquid.
which is okay. Yeah, it's just there's
There was only one.
that was one from your
I thought I had ended up with all the bottles.
yeah. Oh, that's right. Okay, yeah, you've got bottles.
I'm fucking alcoholic.
I have a breastplate and a plate armor.
Yep.
The code box.
Yeah, I was like the magic cold box that came out of fucking nowhere.
I mean, if we really want to, we have the burnt metal bar,
Fucking fourth wall break the box.
and that's really it. That doesn't look like that's identified here. We also have the adamantine bar and the silver bar, the
The
poison sword,
Antine.
adamantine, adamantine, tin.
I mean,
Adamantium.
Teen
the
time
sword I
tin.
can still have to identify.
Adamantine Titans.
We have
God.
three claw arms and 3 arm blades.
Ooh.
And
Ooh.
Those
Dual wield.
didn't show up as magical, correct? We just took them.
yeah, those are just
Yeah.
made by, I'm pretty sure, Smithy or someone.
Someone should
Mhm.
put one of the claw arms on and use it as an actual grappling hook and just go grappling around the city.
Wait a
I
minute,
was
grappling
planning on
hook.
doing that.
I mean,
Alright.
maybe
we
it's
can
not a
buy-
bad idea. Combine the arm blade with the claw arm.
Just grappling hook through the air, spell sniping around.
Yeah.
Just think about it. We like
Fly.
we connected like with the claw arm to the arm blade, and when the arm blade extends, the wire comes out with the claw arm to grab something, and then we retract it with something, and then boom, Spider-Man.
Spider-Man. Yeah, that's how to make your own Spider-Man.
Mitty already had something similar, didn't he? Because he had one that shot, and then he had one that he was zipping around with.
I'm zipping objects around with.
It's called a car.
He made
It's
an
called a
automobile.
zipper.
Man, we really
Simply.
need El Terrell should keep him. They can start making all kinds of vehicles.
Okay.
They might even be able to equip the dome with weapons.
But they make the whole city mobile.
Ha! The moving fortress.
It just walks on the claw arms,
Okay. So
moves
you
around like a
cast
snail.
Identify. We'll start with the plate armor. The chassis that has several different jutted out metal probing spikes and is of a silverine coloration. Your immediate impression of this is demon armor. While wearing this armor, you gain a +1 bonus to armor class, requires attunement, and you can understand and speak Abyssal. In addition to that, it will allow the Silveration Dark, or the Silvered Probes, can slide out to allow you to grab onto them to create clawed melee weapons that count as magical weapons that deal slashing damage, that are also magical in nature and have a +1 bonus to attack rolls that deal a d8 of slashing damage.
Dude, that shit sounds cool.
That's the plate armor, correct?
That's the plate armor.
That shit sounds amazing.
Too bad none of us use heavy armor.
I can.
I don't know I forget what my armor proficiencies are now that I'm a paladin.
Well,
Oh,
yeah,
you
but you're
could.
multi-classed paladin, so I don't know if you get heavy
Yeah,
armor or
I
if it
think I
stops at
just
medium.
get medium. I think I'm just at
I'll-
medium.
You keep listing out the stuff. I'll double check
Yep.
his proficiency quick.
The sword is a simple sword. It is a blade of venomous strike. Basically, as a bonus action, when you hit a target, you can expel poison from the blade, causing them to have to make a Constitution saving throw, DC 13, or they are poisoned. Or DC 15, sorry. DC 15, or they are poisoned for 1 minute. They can repeat the saving throw at the end of each of their turns. And this can be used 3 times per day, per dawn.
Ooh. Like
And that
Don
was
Mo
the-
or
Sword or short sword?
That's the blade that the one attacked Jacqueline with. That's that is a longsword.
Okay.
a long shot?
It's just so far those two are in the sell pile.
Okay. What's the other armor piece again?
You said the plate armor. We have a breastplate armor.
Breastplate. Okay. The breastplate is it is armor of resistance. And the resistance type is, I just realized I didn't actually add this to it.
All of it.
Yeah.
Everything would be beyond legendary.
You can actually
when it-
just like stand in the explosion of the device and be perfectly fine.
When attuned to
You
it,
feel from it.
Yes.
you are resistant to poison.
Oh, sweet.
Stab me with the sword, you fool!
We need to test it quick. It's
Ah,
not working. The sword's broken.
So you have advantage on saving throws against poison, and also are naturally resistant to it.
you actually just straight up become steel type.
The orbs are magical, but they're not. There's not like a distinct effect to it. You get the impression that these are the small circular devices that explode that Schmitty was talking about before.
Oh, good.
Nice.
Nice.
Heavy are they?
Is it?
Grenade!
Each one is 12 pounds. This the weight of a shot put ball.
Is it
Wow.
similar in design to the one shot put that we got from that half tiefling woman that we traveled with, whose brother passed away?
It's slightly lighter than that one. You're talking about the orb of
Electrum.
Yeah.
the orb of Electrum that explodes out in a wave of thunderous force when it collides with something.
Similar concept, but very different end product.
That one is distinctly a magically enchanted item. This is a device that's containing magic.
I see.
Very
I
explosive.
was gonna be like,
man.
was she a Sparks member all along? That's pretty
Ah.
fucked up.
I mean,
So we
me.
got
It was
6
me
grenades.
the whole time.
Basically, you have 6 grenades. That's the best way to describe those.
nice.
Magical. I said grenades.
Yep, you were right. I just didn't confirm it until because
Like
it wasn't tested.
grenade.
Grenada.
All right, what else is
It's
left?
a grenade.
The burned bar, right? The burned metal bar that looks like it
Yeah.
has a burning attribute to it.
Yes.
Demon metal.
It's funny that you say that, but
What the hell was
Is
that
it
Terraria metal
actually
called?
abyssal metal or something?
Demonite?
Was
It's
it
not-
Demonite? The stuff in hell?
Yeah, pretty
see
sure
if I can
it's
find
Demonite.
it again. Where was that?
Hellstone.
Mm.
Hot rock.
Hot rock.
Obsidian.
Where was it?
Bedrock.
Brimstone.
Oof, ouch, it's
Bedrock.
hurting me, Rock.
What?
The
Oof,
oof,
owie,
ouch,
my
it's
bones,
hurting me. All my bones are broken because I got
Yeah.
hit by this rock.
The sky is falling, Rock.
Getting little.
The British are coming, Rock.
Throw
This-
the tea in the Boston Harbor Rock.
Yeah.
It doesn't
The
have any.
Boston Tea Rock.
It doesn't have any magical properties to it, but the metal itself is magical. It's not like it has like a magical effect, but it has the metal itself is not naturally made. And the name
Okay.
that comes to you is 9 Lives Metal. You don't know
Oh.
what that is.
So it's a cat.
You don't know what it is, but it just immediately radiates a powerful aura to you.
So can we use it 9
Declaration of
times?
Independence Rock.
We could make a 9 lives weapon.
What does that mean?
It
Uh,
means that it
Yeah,
meows,
make
has
a
4
so-
legs,
make an
is
Arcana
furry.
check. Make an Arcana check
who are you talking?
to the one that's
You,
about to talk about the
Mr.
9 lives.
You
Mr.
fucking
Insight.
Meta knowledge bullshit boy.
You said it. What? It's
Just-
called
just-
9 lives. We can make a weapon. Called
9 lives
9
weapon,
lives.
yeah. Obviously. Because in every game, if you find any ingot of anything, you can make a weapon out of it, right?
Yeah, you were about to go into it though by saying like
So
All I
it
was gonna
sounded
say
like-
was- The hells are called the 9 hells,
Yeah.
which we've covered before.
okay.
Yeah, but this
That
is
is fair.
9 lives, so it's the opposite of hell.
Yes.
This is a
Stipulated
heavenly
Declaration of
weapon.
Independence Rock.
Can we just have 9 cats and that'd be the same thing?
Declaration of Independence Rock.
Down in the 9 hells, it took 9 cats and created the 9 lives bar.
80 years ago, 30 years ago, Rock.
All right. What else? Is there anything else?
All
The
the
I
magic
can't
potions.
bottle
believe this is
liquid.
not rock.
Yeah.
Okay, yep, the potions. Okay.
What did you say, Mason?
The I cannot believe this isn't rock.
Okay. So, how many are there that are
This isn't your dad's
Magical.
rock.
We removed everything that wasn't magical.
right? I'm just saying how many are in your possession that are magical.
And it says in my inventory you only have 1. Magical one.
I have 13.
Yeah,
Oh,
because the detect magic, you went over the large strewn of them. Of the ones that you took from the other room, Jordan or Ryder, there was only 1 of those that was magical left.
Yes.
That's why you have 1 while he's carrying 13 in his backpack because
Okay,
it's
makes
rattling
sense.
around. Okay.
It's just, all you hear is explosions in his bag. Fuck.
All
Ching,
right.
ching, ching,
I have
ching.
a potion of explosions.
Okay, so there
Grenade.
are 5 potions of healing.
Okay. Hang on a
Good.
second.
Don't mistake them for booze now.
There are 3 potions of greater healing.
Oh,
Mm.
There is 1
So how
potion.
many? 3?
What was? Yep, 3. There is 1 potion of superior healing.
Oh my god.
Superior.
Superior.
There was 5 regular, you said?
Yep, 5 regular.
Man, maybe the superior one could even heal Ryder's personality.
Nothing is that strong.
Ooh.
How about
Oh,
Supreme
Do
Superior?
I not
Only an
Is
honest
it
death
under
will cure you now.
here?
Oh, whoa. Reboot.
Reeve.
Interesting. I don't understand why the potions of healing are under a different category than all the other potions.
Because they're special.
Well, no, the
No,
basic
you,
ones
winky
are
face.
under a different category.
There is 1
All the
potion
oth-
of fire breath.
That's really good.
Yep. 1 potion of gaseous form.
Okay.
Sounds
A
sm-
potion
breath.
of
Fart
growth.
in the wind. Big boy.
Growth.
So,
And then there's 2 more
gaseous
left.
form.
There's 1
Then-
potion of vitality.
Potion of I can't believe this isn't that rock.
And a potion of invulnerability.
Oh my god.
Alright, Tyler, which one do I have?
The one that you were carrying from the other room was the potion of vitality.
I can go all night
Potion
with
of the
this.
I'll make you feel better than that rock over there, rock.
All right, I'm going to go over this one more time. Make sure I added everything correctly.
Okay. 5 potions of healing. 3
Yes.
potions of greater
3
healing.
greater,
1 superior.
1 superior, 1
Potion.
fire,
Yep. Fire breath.
gaseous form,
Gaseous form.
and invulnerability.
Invulnerability and potion of vitality.
That's the one I have, though.
Yeah, I know. I'm just saying, like, of all of them that were there. Because
Okay.
he would have had to hold on to them in order to figure out what they were. He's not going to figure it out through your bag of holding.
Yeah, okay.
But isn't beer just a potion of vitality?
To go for it is.
Here, go for this. This is a potion of rock climbing.
Yes.
It's just alcohol.
It's just whiskey.
he starts to climb. This is a potion of water breathing. Try it out.
Oh,
Don't worry, you don't need
you
tools.
you identified
missing
all.
one.
You identified all these, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
we're missing 1 potion.
It's because okay. So I miscounted the potions. There. So 2 of the potions of healing were actually potions of poison.
Oh.
What's the
Okay, I'm
difference?
still down 1.
Yep, I know. So there was 3 potions of poison. I just miscounted the number of healing potions you
Oh.
were supposed to have. But because you identified them, 3 of the potions of healings are actually potions of poison.
That's pretty sussy, Rocka.
Can I wear the armor and drink that poison potion?
You could.
Wear the armor.
So would it heal him or nothing?
He would hurt,
But
It
only
would
half
hurt.
as much.
but only half as much.
I mean, wouldn't it satisfy his thirst?
I mean, if you're literally I mean, it's like people who are dying of thirst drinking their own pee. It's gonna suck, but you could do it, I guess.
I mean, the drinking your own pee thing sucks way more.
Than straight poison.
I have resistance.
I have resistance to pee.
All right, and that's everything that's in that list.
It's like healing rock.
Oh my god, this rock is actually a healing rock.
Did you find out about the multi-classing for?
He doesn't have it. Either.
He doesn't. I'm pretty sure I remembered that, but yeah. Okay.
Hey, how about the code box?
The cold box. Okay, so the cold box, when identified, it consistently produces a cold aura on the interior of the box. So it is able to preserve food up to 15 times longer than it normally would. And objects that are liquid-based will slowly, over the course of time, freeze while inside it.
Ooh.
I'm going to keep Zacchaeus' hand in here.
Why do you have his
What?
hand?
Wait, what?
All right.
Why'd you keep his hand? What?
Why
My
didn't
question
you?
is,
How do you
why
think I got
did
the
he
ring?
take that?
How do you think
Sometimes
I
I just want to still hold his hand. Oh, whoa.
I can still feel it.
insert clip from fucking Toy Story. Hi, Buzz.
Oh, with such bad as buds.
How big is this cold box?
The cold box is roughly like the size of a coffer, so it's a foot wide by a half a foot deep.
Would you say it's roughly head sized?
It can be, yeah. It would take up a various amount of it, or a
No, the head
large
doesn't
amount
belong
of
in
it.
there. Are you kidding me?
And go to him in the head.
Yeah, shove the head in the one thing we could store food
Good.
in.
Good.
I mean, you could
That's the
store
box.
other
Good.
things after you clean it. You could still re-put food in there.
Yeah, we've got prestidigitation.
We can put alcohol in it and make it nice and cold for Gopher.
I'm just saying because
It would be nice and frozen for Gopher.
it's important that you bring that up because the head will over time decay even in the bag of holding. So
Yeah.
How?
what do you mean how? It has oxygen in there.
No, it doesn't.
Yes, it does. You can survive for 10 minutes with the oxygen that's in a bag of holding.
So we can go inside the bag of holding.
You
Yes, you can.
sure
10
could.
minutes.
You don't want
By
to, but
yourself.
yet, yes,
Yeah,
you
in the normal game, you can't get out when you go in. Somebody has to pull you out.
can. Oh, and don't go in with another bag of holding. Here, I'm gonna climb into this bag of holding. Forgets they have a bag of holding.
You want to end up in the
Rip a
astral
hole in
sea.
the
Oh, whoa.
into the astral plane.
Fucking all of a sudden it becomes the grapefruit method. It's really weird.
But that is everything that you have after attuning or after identifying everything. I'm assuming ritual casting it over the course of the 2 days that it takes to do this. Is anybody else doing anything else?
Ryder, would you care to join me?
I was about to go find my old secret hideout. As a kid,
Okay.
Rex had a tree house.
with probably a couple other friends probably know it too, so I'm just gonna reminisce the past.
Reminisce?
Remnants.
Yes, revenants.
Revenants, Zacchaeus is there.
No, we not again.
Oh,
What is this statue doing here?
that is true.
Please.
Is anybody gonna wear the armors and stuff? Because the heavy armor, the only one that can wear it is Rex.
Yeah.
Do you want to wear it?
Armor that says devil armor on it.
It's demon.
Split
I mean-
mail, or is it
So
It's plate.
It's
full plate?
It's full
How
what
plate.
is what armor
19?
do you have currently? You have regular leather, right?
No. I
Yes.
have
Do you have the Emerald Enclave
Chain-
armor on?
chainmail with the enhance with a enchantment of not having disadvantage.
Oh yeah, you
It's
have
elvish
mithril
or yeah,
half plate.
mithril.
Yep.
Yeah. It's the Emerald Enclave's generic armor that they distribute to their.
I mean, he should just start
honestly,
an
was-
armory and keep two
To be
suits.
honest, I'll just rather hold on to it and just go back to other enclaves and have it change to their symbols, because I don't think it's a good idea for me to change into that.
Well, also I'm pretty sure you have the same armor class.
Well, that demon mail is full plate. He goes +1 to your AC, right?
Yes.
Yeah, then it probably
Oh, the
makes
plus.
my
I forgot about the
AC.
plus one.
It
So-
makes my AC to 19.
Yeah.
Right
Yeah,
now,
I
I'm
mean-
sitting at 18.
I mean, if Jacqueline could wear it, oh, she absolutely would.
If you took the
So-
heavy armor feat, you could, because you
Yeah,
have.
well,
It lets you wear heavy armor.
So I can hold on to it until I one day get back to the Emerald
It's
Enclave. That's-
very heavy, so it's probably sitting in the bag of holding until you guys are done with it.
I don't know. My bag's
So
pretty empty
you want
right now.
to try and
You want to try?
wear it
What's your
at some point?
strength? Because it's
Oh shit, that's right. Heavy
Um,
armor has a strength requirement.
I play the
Rock.
card reverse attribute. My strength is actually +1 for the remainder of the turn.
Is it 16? I believe you need for plate armor.
Yeah, probably.
15.
Oh boy, I'm not even halfway there.
Not even
Yeah,
I'm not
halfway
yeah.
there.
Jin, so
What?
I'm not Jin, so
Yeah,
I'm
you-
the opposite of him.
Yeah, if
So
you
you
if
don't
you are
have
not
a
able
15
to,
strength?
you're probably not going to be able to wear it.
I
Hey,
mean,
how
you
about an
could, but
8?
you just be at disadvantage.
You'll have disadvantage at everything.
Yes.
He's basically restrained.
I mean, the only thing I want to keep is the breastplate. 'Cause
For
once I
the
f-
resistance to poison.
yes,
I will
That's a good thing,
deny
though.
because it's a
lives.
breastplate.
I want Jacqueline
mean-
to become dual type fire steel.
The grenades are pretty cool.
We'll
Potion's
keep them.
nice. Yeah.
Definitely
Yeah.
keep them.
Nerd.
So we're not
We have to
keeping
keep the
the
code
9
block.
live.
I mean,
The
we're gonna
cold
keep
block.
the ingot. We can turn. This is a magical ingot. We can turn it into a weapon, into armor. Who knows?
And we have the adamantine bar.
Yes, we have those
Adamantine.
other. We have the extra other bars.
Yes.
I mean, adamantine's also good to keep. I'd say
It
hold
is.
on to that.
Yes.
Yeah, I'd say we hold onto the bars.
Make an adamantine hat.
Okay.
Make
Sell
a
the
chest plate and
sword.
be immune to crits.
So
Yeah.
really, just the sword I'm hearing that we can sell.
The sword,
The arm blades
plate
and the claw
armor.
blades.
Yeah, all the arm blades.
And what else? Which armor? I thought we're keeping all the armors.
The plate armor. Kelvin doesn't have a high enough strength.
Okay,
Yeah, I
so
don't
we're
have
selling
much, it
that.
just-
Okay.
We might as well hold on to that for now. Just like in the off chance that one of us ends up wearing it eventually. Like starting an armory won't be the worst thing possible.
It is the
Especially
heaviest
once
thing in
we
the
have
bag
to
right
start-
now, though.
Yeah.
It's a
that's
bag
the
of
the
downside.
holding.
bomb's gonna take up a fifth of the bag.
It's a bag of holding. It's like plot hole, right?
And
That's
I
what bag of
don't know how
holdings
much
are.
junk Ryder has in it already.
We sorted this
You
out
You
last
just
time.
put it in there and forget about it, and it doesn't matter how many things you put in it because it's a bag of holding. That's how it
Okay.
works.
Yeah.
All right.
Alright. Do we have a place to sell this in this town?
Ulu Island.
Hulu Island. Start
Flying all
business
the
with-
way there.
You can easily find
Ooh, Island.
a number of personnel.
People?
Those who might be able to buy this from you, though, is gonna probably be scarce, just because the economy for it is gonna be tailored to specific people, and it depends on how much you're gonna be trying to sell them for.
What are you talking about? People love poisonous weapon. Everyone wants a venom weapon. Totally.
That guy who sells fresh produce over there, that guy could
Yeah.
definitely buy this plate
Yeah, this
armor.
isn't Skyrim. You're not gonna go up
wait.
to the fucking kid selling cheese wheels and be like, "Hey,
Oh.
buy this."
Hey kid,
Hold
you
on,
have 900
hold on,
gold.
Mason.
Excellent. I can sell this for 899.
Hold on, back up. Mason, did you just say produce?
Produce, yes.
Yeah.
I'm saying it intentionally wrong, yes.
Haha, okay. With the produce stand there? Eh?
Produce. Cabbage.
My
So-
cabbage.
So we want to sell the sword and keep everything else.
Just sell the sword to the local chef and be like, hey, it's just a regular sword.
Is the sword +1?
The sword is +1, yes.
I mean, I could take it.
You want it?
Yeah, I'll take it.
The longsword?
All right, then we're not selling anything.
The longsword?
Yeah, I'll take the longsword.
Okay.
Make it into my packed weapon and use my charisma.
Mm. Yeah, that's what you so choose to do.
Yes, I believe so.
I like my
blades and-
chef idea
The arm
better.
blades and the claws we're selling too, yeah?
Oh yeah, we
Wait.
can sell all that junk.
I'm pretty sure
I'll take a claw. No, I'm just kidding.
I'm pretty sure they don't sell for a lot though, I'm pretty sure.
Hey, you want these contraptions
Anything's
that
better than
actually
nothing.
look...
So
Well,
Lynn,
these
you're,
contraptions that actually look like they will just like come to life and kill you. All right.
so Lynn, you're taking the sword, right? The poison
Yeah.
sword. Okay.
Yeah, boy.
I'll take that out of my bag. Oh no, I dropped it.
Oh no, it fell into my hands. Oh no,
Oh gosh,
turned to
it
mist.
skewered my
Oh,
own
no.
foot. Oh god.
Jordan had the potion of invulnerability, correct?
No, vitality.
He has the vitality.
Mm-hmm.
Gosh, not muting when you're eating, so unprofessional.
The sword you will have to attune to as well.
That's fine. I think I've only got the ring.
Okay, I'm just stating that you'll have to attune to the blade.
Tune to these
You're not
nuts.
my dad.
I'm
We all poison my head.
If I want the poison effect, I have to attune to it.
Yes, otherwise it's just a +1 longsword.
Man, I
you just
gotta
want to
attune
hit
it
someone
anyway.
with a.
Otherwise, I can't dismiss it, and I can't use my charisma. So,
Yeah, that'd be a problem. You'd be fucking swinging with, what was that, 6, 7 for
Yeah.
strength?
yeah.
If I wish to use it, I must attune to it. Otherwise, otherwise, I'm just fine with hitting someone with a blunt object.
You might as well be hitting them with a chair at that point.
I mean, it only takes him an hour to make it use charisma.
Well, yeah. I'd like to see
1
you
hour out
sit
of the 2
down.
days we have.
I would
I'm just
have-
saying, like, if he were to choose to not attune to it and swing it in the middle of combat, it would be the equivalent of trying to hit somebody with a paperweight. Like,
If I wasn't
He doesn't
attuned
have
to
to
it and I
attune to it
didn't
to get
do
the
anything with
charisma
it,
bonus.
it would be I'd have a +2 to
Oh,
hit
really?
with it if I was using my strength.
Well, why would you not want to do that?
It's packed weapon.
That sounds like you'll never miss.
I didn't know that you didn't
Perfect.
have to attune to a weapon for the packed weapon part. I
No,
didn't know that.
you just gotta. It's just like an hour ritual.
I know I can do it with other stuff.
Interesting.
I'll attune to it anyway. Might as well, right?
I mean, if you're gonna use it, you correct.
I mean,
Okay.
it's just more poisonous stuff and more like
Yeah.
culty, creepy things for Ira to carry around.
Who's speaking of that?
I don't like that.
I bought
away
this
with that.
wagon. I covered it with tombstones, cobwebs.
About
Even got
about
this
that.
bird
It's
skull.
now just always Halloween wherever we go. It's not me, I swear.
All right. So you're trying. So you're not selling anything then.
All the arm blades.
Oh, the arm blades.
And
Okay.
bomb.
I stole to the cult. I mean,
So you can go to either the community, which is the civilian zone that has a lot of inner workings, just sort of personalized shops. You could go to the barrows, which is a lot of agriculture, fishing, and traded goods that way. Or you can go
Fisherman
to
dual wielding the claw arms.
I can go extreme fishing.
or you can go to where all the guilds and the religious district is. I can't remember the title off the top of my head. I have to go back and remember it.
for some reason, I'm like, I don't know why they would yell like this, but I'm imagining someone doing fishing with those claw arms, like, fishing.
Well,
Got it.
I'm not gonna lie, it would make sense to be benefited by having a claw arm. It's like extreme spear fishing.
No, you have the claw arm to actually fish, and then you have the other one to carve the fish up.
Oh my god.
Perfect.
These ones do appear to be different than the ones that you had before. So, unlike the ones before where you had to hold your arm clasped, your hand closed, and it would
Yeah,
pick
it's
up
like
the arm.
it's like a crank.
Yep.
this time.
It basically takes 5 minutes to crank it to put it back into its place. And
Wow.
to activate it, it is a shunt slap to the shoulder sort of deal. And it'll just repel it outwards. So,
Huh.
Have fun selling.
all right. So which of the 3 districts are you going to try to sell this?
You want to buy any of my contraptions?
The rich district.
God.
There isn't necessarily a rich district. If you're the one that's more
The
better
wealthier
off
one.
is okay. So you're
The
going to
fish
the
market.
guilds and
Why do
religion.
we go?
then.
Okay.
Sell to my church, oh well.
Yeah, because you're going towards that district, which is of all 3 the wealthier off. It's just that it's not necessarily a a trading locale to sell things. But you can attempt
The
to.
cult and charity of
We'll go
Ira.
sell to some adventurers in the guilds.
That's fair. I'll let one person make a persuasion check.
I can do it.
Jordan.
I could totally do this. Yeah, definitely me. Alright, here we go. Oh, nat 20. Wow.
Wow.
Easily
Nice.
enough, you take a foot in, and the moment you kind of do, you look over to your right, and there's a window with somebody. I want that, and they come
Yeah,
out.
I was just gonna say, you step foot in, they see your face, don't see anything about you. They all round up to you and be like, "Give me your money!" or
Shut up and take my money.
"Shut up and take my money."
Fucking Fry
And then they
comes
just
out.
leave. Yeah.
You're able to sell them for 25 gold each. So with the 6 of them, you're able to get 125 gold.
Wait, where'd you walk in? Like an old folks
Or
home
150 gold. Sorry, math wrong. What? Just taking a foot in, an entire guild basically has purchased all 6 of them.
We walked into the Thieves Guild.
Yeah.
They're all
We
rogues.
actually just somehow walked into like another base of the Sparks, and they're just trying to get their stuff back. But Jordan was so persuasive that he blinded them with his amazing
Sean.
entrepreneurship that they didn't know it was actually us.
All right.
Yeah, they wouldn't know it's
Max,
in the first place. We
You put
killed
down the gold,
everybody.
right, Max?
Yeah, 150.
Chocolate.
All right. So with that, what is the rest of the plan? You could explore out, try to find a talented blacksmith if you so chose, or we can
Talented
fast
blacksmith for the money we don't have.
forward, or we can fast forward time. It's up to you. Or if anybody else wanted to do anything.
I like playing
Wow.
Final Fantasy 13 in fast forwarding time.
That's good.
Fucking lightning returns, motherfucking looking ass.
Look, let's avoid the hatred and fucking play the game. Lightning returns is blows. I agree with you, but let's just move on.
You hear this
We didn't
guy
avoid the hatred at all.
Look, lightning returns is everybody. There's no hatred in that. There's just general acceptance the game is bad.
Yeah.
Ryder, would you care to have a conversation? To be a part of a conversation?
Sure. Sure. I'll try.
As I walk by and take 150 gold off of his hands.
Putting this in my pocket, thank you.
I'm the bank.
The Bank of Felix.
I'm gonna go talk to Smitty.
Joining him.
Werben Jaegerman Jensen.
Oh my God, why
He
can't I-
was number 1. Do you want to be number 1 again?
Do you wish to be number 1 again?
Tyler?
I'm sorry. I was trying to get the music working, and it was like having a spasm. Okay. Anyways, you were saying?
We're gonna go talk to Smitty.
Okay. We'll say it's been like probably a good. We'll just say it's the next day, just for the sake of whatever.
Sure. You.
Time to heal.
Yep. Everybody got a nice long rest in. Schmitty
Woohoo!
used up the rest of the plenty of the reserved foods that he's been holding on to for his inn. So everybody gets fully healed up, fully rested, plenty of
I
food.
took so many points of emotional damage. I needed that rest.
You need the rest for your
That
spell
was
slots. That way you
strange,
can
I didn't-
nuke more rooms and destroy pieces of evidence.
Totally.
Do it.
Pieces of evidence
You know
I didn't
what?
even know that we needed.
What's strange? I didn't get hit or used a spell slot at all in that last combat. Everything just exploded around me.
Alright, I was at 38 health. I actually was looking at the wrong place that I had my health displayed.
I was gonna say, I'm pretty sure you got hit pretty hard a couple times. Okay. Going up to Schmitty, he's in his workshop, which is just beyond the kitchen. So you have to go into the kitchen area, and when you do, you go towards basically a side of a wall that's over in the corner with a tarp over it, and you can see like sparks shooting out through the bottom of it.
Uh-oh, they're here.
With like
Oh
the sounds
my
of like
God.
just.
They're shaving in here. Oh my God.
Gotta get that
I
clean
knock.
shave.
Loudly.
You knock on the tarp.
Hello?
Yeah, what is it? What do you need? He comes out. I'm
oh.
working on it, so I'm sorry. It's gonna take time.
No, that's not why I'm here.
Oh, sorry if
we're
I'm
here
yelling.
to-
It's a little loud. Welding tools are a little loud.
It's fine. Do
What?
you not protect your ears?
With what? I guess I could put my ear. I guess I could put earplugs in. I suppose that would make sense.
It's okay. Anyway,
Just break off pieces of twigs and shove wood in your ear.
the more I've been thinking about it, the more it's come to my realization that at the end of the day, there is a war coming again.
Yeah, it's not looking pretty good.
No.
I agree.
I came to ask something of you.
What you need?
I am putting together a... You're going to think I'm crazy or I'm a sociopath, but a church.
I'm not a religious one. Sorry.
No, that's not what I know.
I know.
We will be most likely versing against the Mother of Dragons. And quite frankly, any assistance that we could have, any edge in that conflict would be greatly appreciated. So I come to ask you if you would be willing to work alongside this church when the time comes.
Ooh. It's asking a lot. I'm not really one for combat. I don't really.
I'm not asking you to fight in the front lines, but to supply us. To do what you do here, but for the right reasons.
Make a persuasion check. I'll give you advantage as well.
18?
You see him kind of look down, look at the back room, which you can see is like on the table. There's a thick metal, almost just like cresting device that still has bits and pieces of other arcane essence sort of misting off of the metal. I'll do what I can. I don't want to be making more of those. It's not necessarily... Even if it's for the good, it's not a good thing. So I don't want to make any more of what's behind me.
No.
Um,
Whatever you feel comfortable with is more than acceptable.
I can do some stuff. I still want to just... At this point, I've already kind of been in a militia group, and I don't really want to live like that. But I will give aid with what I can. Just don't expect too much.
No. I can't offer much right now, myself. But when things get moving, you will have the protection of the church behind you. And you will not have to worry about these people coming after you again.
Okay, thank you. That's reassuring, to say the least. Whew, okay.
It shouldn't be.
Just like I said, not much of a religious person, to each their own, but thank you.
Blessings of the Black upon you. Be safe.
The Black.
Told you.
May my blessings be upon you. Can't say that.
I mean, you could.
All right. Yeah. At that point, he goes back and starts You start to see more sparks emanating from underneath, some in various colors, and just followed up with a bit of some smoke and mist here and there. Gopher, are you doing anything during these 2 days?
No.
All right, just wanted to know. Chugging away at your alchemy jug.
Yes.
Yes.
Glug glug, am I right?
All right.
Gopher's
Anybody?
literally waiting to tear this wall down.
Gopher's
I'm
there.
gonna
to be
go
the-
reminisce before looking through that room.
Yep. So you go to what was a secret hideout for you. What was effectively just a small sort of burrow that you made into part of the building's complexes. There's a slight gap that you, when you were a kid, had covered up with just a small pallet of wood. When you slide up to where it was, over the course of years, it seems to have withered and been, with the changes of the buildings and restructures, seems to have been covered up by part of the building now. So the entrance to said secret hideout is covered up. But the area itself still is filled with the memories that you had when you were part of the orphanage and of those that stayed in there.
With my obsidian dagger, I'll write something on that wall that was cover up the entrance.
Okay. What do you want to write on it?
One. Once was a lost memory here. After carve that saying onto there, I don't move the pallet back. I just leave it open and I just walk back where everybody is.
Okay. Writing it into the wall with the obsidian dagger. The obsidian is very sharp in comparison to the stone masoned portions, and
Mason.
the blackened parts of the dagger as you carve into it leave quite the imprint on the wall's side itself. Very visible and stands out in comparison to just a scratch that would have been with a normal dagger. Making your way back to the inn itself, feel sort of tension, almost anxious, await for when the wall can be opened for you to witness what the last remnant of the orphanage was before it was turned into the Barrow's Touch. Hopefully, hoping to give you a better understanding of what possibly happened to it from before. Just some slight thoughts that are going through your mind as you're waiting for the time to come and pass. Is anybody doing anything else?
Is there a way I can do like work, entertainment work?
Entertainment work, sure. You can play, you can perform wherever.
Nice.
Dance for me, monkey.
Yes, pretty much.
Okay.
Gonna
Are you setting up
play-
in the barrows, in the barrows, in the community, or in the? I'll just call it the hall at this point.
I'll say the hall. Yeah.
Okay. So going to the hall, the district with the guilds and the religious figures and statues, you set up shop and perform. Go ahead and make a performance check.
Yeah, here we go. We'll get this up quick now that when I get there you are. Uh, 13.
13. As you set up and started to do your performance, it didn't dawn on you until you were probably halfway through the performance, but the location that you set up isn't one that's traveled on very much, and it's ironic because you're also standing outside of a guild that is consistently bashing metals and sharpening tools and things along those sorts. So basically, you've set up a performance in a construction site, and you're not being heard over the remainder of what's going on here. There are some people that pass by, give a cursory nod and some understanding, but by the end of the day, you earn 4 gold and 4 silver.
Ah, well, dang. There you go, Max. Add it to the count.
Felix just once again walks from left to right and just takes his money.
He just like appears out of nowhere from a
Look.
sigil that wasn't there before.
This is just easier.
4 of each, correct?
Yeah, 4 of each except for copper.
Oh, I got 4 platinum?
No, you did not get 4 platinum or electrum.
Dang.
I thought you were just gonna say like you got a copper. Good job.
Nice.
All right.
It's better than nothing.
I
You're
mean,
correct.
yeah.
All right. While you're performing, you also notice a certain individual that was standing outside the Barrow's Touch when you first arrived here, doing construction laboring work that is both taxing, arduable, but then also is at the same time paying attention to his surroundings and watching over a certain other individual that seems to be walking around. Basically, it's the man that was spoken to earlier in the at the beginning of entering Neverwinter, who offered work to several of you, or I think it was just Rex, might have been Ryder as well, but was not followed through on. Anyways, with that, we go to the following day. Once again, rested fully, nice and well, fed, and the day starts off with slight cloudy atmosphere. The sea waves seem to be restless with the wind, and the scent of sea salt just sort of washes through Neverwinter.
That's no foreshadowing at all.
But
Shades better not come back.
is anybody going to do anything today? If not, we will fast forward for until the bomb is created. This is the day that you were supposedly told the bomb will be made.
Is there anything to really do? Let's see. I mean, did we ever check out the shops here?
No,
We had-
because you are pretty poor.
Oh yeah, that too.
It's like we also had 2 days to do such a thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, we.
And you performed in a construction site and told a guy that he's part of the Black now. Congratulations.
Like,
Which you weren't even really a part of. Like, it was all Ira. You kind of just were there.
Yeah, yeah.
Like the kid going with their parent.
Did you do it? Good job.
Yes, ma'am.
Like
Aw.
me, Gopher, and Felix didn't. Besides Felix taking all of Jordan's Ryder's money, didn't really do it.
I mean,
Oh, you identified everything.
yeah.
so I guess. Me
which
and
would have
Gopher
taken
did
a long
nothing.
time.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna keep trying to make money, I guess. This time I choose a different spot.
This time you choose an
Different
actual
construction
construction site?
All right, are you
Yeah.
still going to the hall then?
No, I mean, last time I went there was no one there, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. No. What were my other options again?
Community, the barrows, or the hall.
You go to the high forest.
Let's do it.
Could go to the high forest. All right. So Ryder goes off on a 4-day trek. It's actually closer to a week-long trek, but
And he actually comes back with like 20 platinum.
oh wow, 200 gold for your week-long venture. Congrats.
Yeah.
You use it all to pay for the trek back.
Pay for the
All the
horse.
forest creatures really liked my performance.
I'll go to the community this time.
Okay, make a performance check.
Okay, come on.
We'll assume that you're staying relatively close because that way, when the bomb is fully created, you'll be given word.
Dirty 20.
Dirty 20. Doing some calming notes and plays in the middle of the streets. You earn roughly 11 golds, 15 silver, and 9 copper.
Add it to the list, Max.
13 gold,
11 gold.
11 gold, 13
I should-
silver.
Yes.
I should just start doing this on the times we do nothing.
And then 9 copper.
It takes up your entire day, but yeah, when you're not doing anything, this is kind of like stuff that you can do. It also is not necessarily beneficial if the city's not doing hot, like
Yeah.
Waterdeep. Or things like Dragon Spear, where I have the feeling that you will not be very widely accepted there.
I'll still do it.
Since we're ever going to go back there unless absolutely required.
Hey
Alright.
guys, let's go to Dragon Spear.
Anybody else doing anything?
No.
No. Okay.
No.
We will fast forward time then to when the bomb is created. Everybody that's been sitting inside the Barrow's Touch, waiting and waiting and waiting. Eventually, Schmitty comes out, sweat dripping down his forehead. Oh gosh. Okay. I pulled an all-nighter, but it's done. And he pulls out on a cart. He wheels out this massive, almost like doormat sized in length, and it has several flowing of color across the metal. As the interior, you can actually see is this swirl of misty sort of arcane essence as it swirls on the
D&D or
inside.
Cyberpunk 2077.
To be honest, I don't know anymore. The guy had welding tools.
There's magical welding tools.
It's called fire magic, and you light your
Ah!
finger on fire.
Well,
Duh.
man, he's not using that, but there's fucking things called like fire gems.
Shh.
Whatever. But
This guy's
Beside the point.
badass. You could do it.
an inventor's gonna have inventing tools.
Yeah, look at Quinn.
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty much similar. When he wheels it out, it's on a cart because there's no way he's gonna actually lift it. It is
For some reason, I thought
Hefty.
he was. He just like hefted that thing out, like, dude.
It is hefty and bulky and very auspicious.
You're auspicious.
Auspicious. Is
This
that
would
the-
definitely not
ways.
be. This would definitely not be very well hidden if it was trying to be hidden from something.
It's very not Slim Cognito.
No.
I mean, there are ways to hide it as long as no one opens like the lid to the crate.
Yeah, like in the drag holder.
Yeah, that's an easier way to transport and hide it.
Just don't hit the detonator accidentally. Well, there goes everything.
Yeah, not the way the Vega holding works.
Yeah, so basically, he comes
that
out, though, wheeling it out, and in his hand is a box, and he hands it out to you. Inside there is the activation to the bomb. It's in there, so we don't accidentally press it. in order to actually do it, you need to hold it for 6 seconds and let go. And when you let go, that's when it will go off. Basically, as long as you hold it down for 6 seconds, it will go off the moment you let go of the button.
I want Tyler on a as a player's note.
Yes.
I want it for some reason when you hold it for 6 seconds, it to like in Smitty's voice just say bomb is armed. And then when you let it go.
Let me mark that down as a note quick. Bomb is armed.
Wait, Smitty? How did he get in here?
Anyways. Okay. It's done now. Ugh. Sorry. It's been a very long night working on this. Let's get going. So let's
Test it out.
No.
God, campaign ends.
Yeah, it probably
Last-
would be if that was the case.
The last words we hear: bomb is armed.
But at that point, Don comes out as well. He seems to have just stayed in one of the extra rooms, and when he comes out, his hair is matted to his head. Seems to be having rough nights of sleep. All right, so then we just have to open the wall so that way you guys can see it, I guess. Schmitty's like, well, it's a little bit more than that. It's their story to tell if they want to tell it. It's not mine, so...
You want to mark the wall where we need to get in?
Yeah, he goes and with like a black piece of charcoal, he just like marks an X on the side of the wall in the hallway. With he goes from corner to corner to leave like a big picture. This is roughly where the Gopher, are you going to smash the wall?
Go for smash.
We'll smash the wall.
Okay, make an athletics check.
I'm smashing the wall. Oh. That's a natural one.
So immediately as you point and you like go forget it, he just punches the wall. A
I was
solid
immediately
like rock
ran to the
wall.
wall and tripped over a table.
But when
I
he
wanted
punches
that
the
to happen
wall,
so bad.
when he punches the wall, his hand
over
sort
a
of like
table.
recoils, and he goes, "I should probably use something to break the wall."
I was just waiting. Like Gopher's like, let's break the wall. One.
At that point, Schmitty comes back out from the kitchen after you had just punched the wall. I didn't give you... And he hands you basically the equivalent of a sledgehammer. It is a warhammer. So
Oh, nice.
it's a big hulking stick with a rock at the end of it.
Nice.
Made of metal, but
Is it the I can't believe it's not butter rock?
it's the I can't believe this smashed butter.
I can't believe you rolled a 1 rock.
Basically, over the course of like a couple minutes, you slam it into the wall, and it's very durable. So you're chipping away slowly at it until one good swing goes in, and you actually feel it go into the wall. And when you yank it out, you can actually see that there is a hole. Definitely not big enough to fit through, but to at least see through. And Gopher being the first one there.
Right, fireball through the hole.
The first thing you see, or rather the first thing that you smell, is a thick coating of iron.
Meaty.
As
Claws.
when it opens, it almost smells and radiates off of the scent of blood.
Yeah.
And when you pull back the sledgehammer, even the bits that are on the ground that you had just freshly cracked into, and yanked out have small red indents and hues to them as they reek of blood.
Yeah.
Peeking in, it's a destroyed, smallish room. There looks to have been a charred, smashed to bits, and destroyed desk. A chair that is nothing but limbs at that point, blown across several portions of the room. And the walls, floor, and ceiling are caked in a red hue.
So you can say actual cake.
Yeah, guys, you might want to come
Uh,
take a look at this.
Why in the world are we always followed by rooms like this?
You know, I don't know.
This is a common occurrence.
Ever since I joined them, yes.
As
Before that,
unfortunate
it
people
even
used to
sounded
say.
like it was.
Bad things happen to those who see one of these. Well, not to the person, but bad things have already happened.
Well, go for finish making the door.
Keep busting it down.
Okay?
With more or less vigor.
Hitting it more and more and more. Now that you have progressed through the room, it's significantly easier to crack at the bits that are closer to the end where you have the hole and just sending more shockwaves through it, sending out more rocks coming out to the other side until you make a sizable portion for somebody to just slouch under to get through. It's not a full doorway, but it's definitely one that you can walk into now.
I pat Gopher behind. I pat his back, notify him. That's good enough. And I walk in.
Stepping foot into here, you know immediately what this room was. It was a room where the orphanage owner or caretaker would put children that were acting up. It was a place for her to separate children that were
Naughty.
acting naughty or acting
Naughty,
out,
naughty.
throwing tantrums or anger. It was also a room where she would set up documentation of the orphanage itself. And when you step in, your foot steps on rubble and you hear a distinct crack. Looking under your foot, shards of what looked to be melted plastic in some regards, or a bracelet.
I pick up somewhat of the bracelet.
Picking up the bracelet, inspecting over it. This bracelet is similar to the one that you wear.
Oh.
And in that moment, your vision starts to sway. Your eyes grow slightly dark, and you almost feel as though you're prone to passing out. And when you look back up, the room is no longer destroyed. You look around and you see 4 or 5 children
Oh.
standing, concerned in the dark. You know of their names as Shrens. No, not Shren. What was his name?
You knew
Fuck.
Yo,
Shred?
Shren.
Not Shren. Not Shren.
Oh.
Sten.
That's a
Sten
surprise.
is his name. I was like, God, I know it's similar to Shren, but not Shren.
Shren's twin brother. Oh my
No.
god.
No.
Oh my goodness.
You see Sten. You see Laura. And you see your two friends from the library. You see Sarah and her little brother. All of which are varying ages, but between the ages of 5 to 9. The little brother being the youngest out of everyone there, possibly only 2, 3 years old. And you start to hear shouting on the other side of the wall, other side of the door. You hear kids shouting, or crying rather, and you hear the old caretaker's voice ringing out, "Let that be a lesson to the rest of you. If you're going to act out of place, then you're going to get thrown in there again. Now get to sleep." In that point, you hear shuffling and kids crying but walking towards their beds. This isn't an uncommon occurrence for the lot of you, as this plays out in remembrance to Sarah and her little brother were just admitted to the orphanage, and the caretaker was scolding them over something. As a result, you grabbed the caretaker's hand to stop her from yelling, and in doing so, she struck you across the head. Several of the kids started acting out and getting upset, and that's why the 5 of you are now in this room. After the shuffling outside the door, you hear on the outside a man's voice pitching in. "Excuse me. I couldn't help but overhear that there was some problems in here." And she turns. Well, you can hear her visibly or vocally turn. "Nothing that these kids don't understand. All they do is they whine, bicker, and scream about anything that's not in their control." I understand that. Listen, I'm here because I've been curious and looking to have a family of sorts. And I'm looking for some special children. Special? What are you talking about for special? None of these kids are going to pique that interest if that's what you're trying to say. But... And before she finishes, he interrupts. "It's not something for you to concern yourself with. I merely want to know how many children are here and how many I can adopt."
All of them.
She
That's always
says
something you want to hear.
there are 13 children. "There are 13 children here, but none of them are up for adoption at this point because there is paperwork to file for all of them." "So you're saying that these kids have been here for so long and you have chosen not to file the documentation for the city?" "Well, no, don't lie to me. I already knew what was going on in here before entering. But there are 13 children and I see 8. So where are the 5? They were misbehaving." All right. You have 24 hours to finish the documentation. If you don't, then I will come and force them from you. And your life will be thrown into a prison cell. You can't throw. I've done nothing wrong. I don't care if you've done nothing wrong. I have the authority to send your life to prison if I so choose. And you hear with heavy footsteps, just as he steps out through the door, slams it closed. Number of murmurs are occurring outside the room.
It
You
asks,
also-
who the fuck was that guy?
But you also hear,
Eddie?
like, you can hear the caretaker fuming. She's mumbling under her voice and stomping through the rest of the room.
He's gonna
And
go
as you
out.
can hear the door starting to unlock from the outside, you hear a faint whistling sound. Whistling sound gets louder, louder, louder. And just as you hear the caretaker go, "What the hell is..." There's a cacophonous explosion that ricochets the door from its hinges and flies straight towards you. That's the last thing that you see before you wake up strewn across the ground in the room, now completely tattered and dishevels as you're back with Gopher peeking his head in from across the room.
Open.
Gopher, you see that Rex has had
Oh.
collapsed on the ground, and then
Oh,
his
oh,
eyes open up, like, immediately.
Oh shit. Um. I, I help Rex up.
Okay. Going in and helping him up. His body is cold to the touch, but it's more so just from immediate sweat as his body has just expelled a number of, or all of his, it's almost as if he had just dove into a river, but his body is just caked in sweat. And
Oh,
with that,
cold sweats.
with that, we'll take a break here. So thank you everybody for watching, and we will see you again on another Misrolled adventure.
Woohoo!
Hey,